right now, like, see, I don't generally like to talk about just screens, because the way technology is evolving, you don't know how you are going to interact.
Yeah.
Right now, yes, we have laptops, phones, and our computers where we can see.
Yeah.
But now we have like Alexa and Google, all of these voice. There's nothing to touch there. It's all about conversation.
Yeah.
That's still an interface.
Yeah.
Right. And then we have the AR, and which we will discuss later. But
Yeah.
it's very critical for us to understand who is going to use it, in what environment they are going to use, what are the possibilities of things going wrong, and what are the things that can go wrong.
Right.
So when you look at all these heuristic principles that are there, Nelson Normans is the most common one I think people refer to, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They say that people should, the one of the first principles is the match between the real life and the digital.
Yeah.
Right. The whole reason being, if you actually boil down to the core, is the mental load that comes on a user.
Yeah.
And when we talk about mental load, it's the capacity to remember, it's the capacity to focus, which I'll say, like, based on the research, capacity of a regular, like an American student right now to focus on a one task is only somewhere around 65 seconds.
Oh, wow.
They switch between task, like one task in 19 seconds.
Wow.
An average office going worker has a capacity of focusing on one thing for 3 minutes max.
Wow.
Because we have come into such a distracted world, because there's so many things, like there's email, there's other things happening. It's, as I said, right, the focus and those things, it's a system.
Yeah.
We live inside a system.
Yes.
Right. And that's where our designers need to understand is that it's not just one screen you design. You are designing something which is part of a system.
Yeah.
There's a set of data that comes in. You take that data and you present it in a certain manner that makes sense to the user without making them think too many things. Right? Like, I'll give me an example. How many phone numbers do you remember at this point of time?
Oh, good question. I don't even remember the easy ones. I
You
forget.
will remember your
Max,
parents.
Max parents.
Like
Siblings. 2-3 cousins, and 3-4 friends. That's it. Not more than that.
That's it, right? Like,
Yeah.
But do you remember in your school days you could remember every classmate's phone number?
Yes. The admission numbers, the whatever. Like, there were so many things that we used to remember.
Right? Like, you knew that, okay, this person is in this classroom with this roll number.
Oh, wow, Amit, you're making me feel old now.
We can't help it, man. That's just the curse. Like, I act like Joey sometimes. I'm like, why, God, why? Beyond 30, why are you making us grow?
Yeah. But yeah, very true. Like, we used to remember so many things back then.
Right? But if you see the way technology developed, when the phone books came in, when the mobile app, in a way, it took that load of you remembering things. And it's gone there.
Yeah.
Right now, whenever you think of calling someone, you go to your phone, you press on the icon, you search their name or the recent call, and you call. You don't even realize that, okay, there used to be like 100 steps. Like, if you remember the dialer, the circular dialing phone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many times I have hit my hand on that stopper
And right,
while dialing. It's like that. But like, to dial a phone number, it used to take somewhere around 30 seconds, more than that. If okay, 1, 2, depending on, if it is like somewhere 1 comes in, that's the biggest rotation. 1 or 0 comes in, that's like the biggest rotation. The 9, and that, I don't know if people who will be watching this, they have seen a dial tone, but I would say you need to check it out. You need to check it out, because that's how things were, right? It was the way the technology was at that point of time. It made people work in a certain way. And now that we are developing, we are just making it efficient. We are reducing the load on people of, You don't need to think about phone numbers. We have it stored for you. You don't need to remember your bank account or password. We have touch.
Yeah.
Everything is there. Like, I can't tell you like how many times I need to reset my password once, these banks have this regulation that every few months they will reset, because I won't remember what password I have set at that point of time.
Yeah, happens to me too.
And this is where, when we talk about analysis, this is what we are analyzing. We are analyzing how people think, how people might make a decision. Right? See, there are so many frameworks out there. You can take any framework and you can start working. We don't need to get into the details of framework.
Yeah.
But what I want to tell is there's an approach to things. You need to have a certain mindset to understand. You're not just going to design a screen. You're not just doing a pretty looking thing.
Yeah.
That is something that a business, some person has to courage to put in money, go to the market, right, and sell that product, and someone has to use it.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of pride and as well as a huge responsibility as a designer. Whenever you design, it's a responsibility you are taking.
True.